The city of Port Charles, known for its tangled loyalties and secret vendettas, is once again on the brink of emotional and political combustion. As the calendar turns to Monday, June 30th, a fresh wave of chaos ripples through its most powerful families, with unexpected betrayals, fraught alliances, and emotional confrontations poised to reshape everything. What was meant to be a sacred day of celebration, Daisy's baptism, quickly unravels into a display of unfiltered rage and reckless decisions, as Natalia Rogers Ramirez re-enters the public eye with devastating consequences. Natalia's descent into desperation has been quietly brewing ever since she realized Sonny Corinthos was never going to abandon Port Charles and flee with her to Belize, no matter how many fantasies she nurtured. Her presence at Daisy's baptism, already uninvited and unwelcome, sends shockwaves through the Corinthos circle. What began as wistful heartbreak has now mutated into something far darker, an obsession that may no longer recognize boundaries. Natalia walks into the church like a woman wronged by God himself, and when she locks eyes with Sonny, her expression is no longer that of a former lover, but of someone who believes herself betrayed by destiny. She speaks cryptically, suggesting Sonny has taken all the blessings meant for him, and hints ominously that the tide must turn. It's no longer about love, it's about punishment, and that makes her unpredictable. The real threat lies not just in what Natalia might do, but in how dangerously close she is to being manipulated. There are whispers that she's already met with attorneys and federal agents willing to offer her a deal if she exposes Sonny. There's also speculation that she may have contacted Sidwell's operatives, or worse, been contacted by them. Natalia, though emotionally volatile, isn't naive. She knows that if she walks away from Port Charles empty-handed, she risks being forgotten entirely. But if she plays the part of the betrayed woman and brings Sonny down from the inside, she becomes the story. She becomes indispensable. And the terrifying part is, she knows it. Meanwhile, Sonny's inner circle is in disarray, struggling under the weight of mistakes that threaten to unravel everything he's built. The recent financial error by one of his most trusted advisors has placed deception in legal jeopardy, inadvertently pulling Sonny into an investigation that should never have touched him. Then came the botched extraction plan, an error that now seems almost deliberately careless. The man tasked with getting Natalia out of town early failed miserably, allowing her both time and access to make a public scene. These lapses in judgment would be dangerous on any day, but today they prove catastrophic. In the midst of this unfolding storm, Lucas Jones finds himself caught in a moral crossfire. He's seen what this life does to people. He knows how abandonment can morph into violence, how miscommunication can turn into permanent scars. Which is why he pulls Marco Rios aside. The young man has been grappling with unresolved guilt about his fractured relationship with Natalia, but Lucas gently urges him to act before it's too late. His words are heartfelt, filled with the wisdom of someone who knows how fleeting peace can be. Reach out to her, he says, not to fix everything, but to say goodbye while there's still time to say it. But Lucas also knows the truth. If Natalia is indeed being watched, if federal eyes are already fixed on her, then any contact Marco makes could be used as evidence against him. It's a double-edged sword. Marco's heart wants to reconnect with the woman who raised him, but his conscience warns him not to risk everything for a woman spiraling out of control. Especially with Ada Justine Turner quietly observing every move Natalia and Marco make. Turner is known for exploiting emotional weak points, and if Marco steps too close, she'll have exactly the angle she needs to link him to Natalia's choices. Any misstep now could end Marco's freedom, not because he's guilty, but because he chose loyalty over caution. Just as tensions threaten to boil over, a separate crisis explodes across town. At Charlie's, where Christina Corinthos Davis is managing day-to-day operations and enjoying a rare moment of stability, disaster strikes. A masked assailant storms the pub in what appears to be a targeted attack. Broken glass. Screams. A fire alarm. It all happens within minutes, but to Christina, time freezes. It's not a random act of violence, everyone knows that. It's orchestrated chaos, and only one name surfaces as the likely architect: Jens Sidwell. For months, Sidwell has operated in the shadows, targeting Sonny's empire through calculated psychological warfare and economic sabotage. He's the one behind the mysterious glove mailed to Ada Turner, an anonymous message implying Sonny's culpability in a crime that may not even exist. Now, the gloves are off, and Sidwell's sending a clear message: if Sonny won't sell, he'll burn everything Sonny loves to the ground. Starting with Christina. The implications are devastating. If the attack at Charlie's is traced back to Sidwell, it will confirm suspicions that he's moved beyond backroom deals and intimidation. He's no longer interested in acquiring Sonny's holdings, he wants to dismantle his world, piece by piece. And targeting Christina, Sonny's daughter, is the kind of personal assault that forces Sonny into a corner. He can no longer ignore Sidwell or pretend this is just business. It's war now. And it's not just a war of bullets and betrayals. It's a war of narratives. Natalia may be the spark, but Sidwell is fanning the flames. Lucas, Marco, Christina, they're the collateral damage in a larger battle that's only just beginning. Even if Natalia disappears, even if Christina survives this night, the real conflict is far from over. Sonny is under siege, not just from federal prosecutors and corporate raiders, but from the people he once trusted and the ghosts he thought were buried. Every move from this point forward will cost something. Peace. Blood. Maybe even family. As the sun sets on Port Charles that Monday evening, Daisy's baptism, once meant to be a sacred moment of hope, stands as a tragic reminder of how fast joy can become a target. And in the silence that follows Natalia's outburst, Christina's screams, and Lucas's warnings, one thing becomes clear: no one in Sonny's world is safe anymore.